Senate District 18 against Steve Padilla in 2026. It's never too early. Let's bring up Steve.
Good evening, neighbors. How are you tonight?
Yes,
My name is Schwab. I'm a husband, a father of 3, and a grandfather of 8.
Wow.
I'm a native Californian, and I've spent my entire life serving my state, my country, and my community. And that's why I'm here today. I call you neighbors because our neighborhood expands from Imperial Beach to the Arizona and Nevada state line, which is currently run by King Padilla and the Democratic Party. It's time for a change.
Yes.
Yes.
He's only concern is pushing his and his party's agenda by enforcing their unconstitutional and immoral laws and taxing our citizens to death. My agenda is to bring the government to its knees by bringing the voice of the people back to Sacramento.
Good.
When I'm in Sacramento, I'm going to strengthen Proposition 36 by working with state, local, and federal employees to prosecute these criminals under the RICO Act, so there is no more revolving prison terms. They will serve their full terms. I will bring back the death penalty and make pedophile a death penalty capital Sacramento, I will abolish the sanctuary states and cities. Even though California is no longer a safe haven for criminals. Amen. When I'm in Sacramento, I will reform health care.
Yes.
I will push legislation that will force insurance companies to cover more with no money out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay? There is a law, federal law for 340B, which allows the federal government to keep states from making your prescriptions at a lower cost. Under Governor Newsom and Steve, they put it into the general fund to pay their bills. I will work to get 340B repealed and put it back as a separate cash penalty so people can get their drugs. And I'm not talking about transgender drugs. I'm talking about diabetes drugs, heart medication, EpiPens, where money needs to go.
Call them medications.
Medication.
Yeah, instead of drugs.
Sorry, medication. Thank you, I appreciate that. I should know better, my wife works in the medical field. I will get educational reform. I will work to repeal AB 469, which requires parents to file a financial statement before their children can graduate from high school. They're holding our children hostage. It's time for a change. Not only that, but I will work to get the Tijuana sewage plant fixed. We have so many studies. You like those studies? Because it's more money for the government, for the Democrats. Okay? Let's take the money out of the Democratic pocket and put the money where it needs to be. Let's fix this problem. We've had so many studies on it that it's studied out.
Yeah. That's right.
I like to refer to Steve and the Democratic Party as a New York taxi driver. Anybody been to New York? If you're new, the taxi drivers will turn around, they will find, oh, they're new in the area. And you may have done your research, and you will find from the airport, your destination's 10 minutes away. You get into a New York taxi cab, and 45 minutes later, and $200 lighter in your wallet, and you get to your destination. Okay? So I'm here tonight, my neighbors. I'm here to ask for your support. I'm asking for even a minor donation or little donation of $18 a month so I can get my donation envelopes and my website up so we can spread the word and get the voices of the people back into Sacramento. I'm going to like to count on you. I feel it in my heart. It's time for a change. Let's bring the voice of the people and stop being a stepchild to the state and be a driving force in the state. And show them what we are made of. And your energy of listening to me and getting to to know me. Yes, sir.
Explain to them when the election is.
Election is in November of 2026. Yes, sir.
2 questions. First, what do you currently do and what is your website?
I'm currently retired from law enforcement. I spent 18 and a half years in law enforcement where I was forced to medically retire due to a work-related injury. And then I served 12 years as a paramedic. But since then, I've also worked in the community, helping with disaster relief and the homeless get back to a good start.
Thank you. Your website?
My website, it's not up yet, that's why I'm here. I need your help. Like I said, a monthly donation of even $18 will help us get 2 steps closer to getting the people's voice back into Sacramento.
Cool.
You have a
Thank
question, sir?
Yeah, isn't the election in March? Isn't there like a runoff?
That's the primary.
The primary.
That is the primary.
Right, so will you be running that one in March?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right, okay. And then, I want to get your opinion on property taxes, because I really think they should be, removed. Or definitely for retired people, maybe people who are 65.
I'm glad you asked
Because
this,
the state is so aggressive that they're really trying to roll back Proposition 13.
because I believe that if you spent all your life working hard, you've paid property taxes, right? When you reach 65, you shouldn't have to pay property taxes.
All right.
Pay
Amen.
enough. Okay? I believe also that the tax rate should go down. We have the highest tax rate in gas, 51 cents. Where's that money going? Into the Democrats' pocket. Let's reduce that tax rate or freeze. Yes,
I
ma'am?
have a question, I'm
Sure.
just curious. With all the money that they have sent out to all these other countries, taxpayer money, all these other countries, do they have, and do you know or heard anything about them getting any of this money back?
I haven't heard that, but you know what they're doing in California? By reform, okay? Do welfare reform. Do you realize in 2023, 28% of all welfare recipients were fraudulent? Okay?
That's been since
But that's in
1965.
2023. So what you need to do is tighten up the welfare law to make it harder for people that want to cheat the system to get welfare. Let's do this. Let's make it harder for them to get welfare and let the veterans get their benefits
Yeah.
sooner,
Yeah.
faster, and easier.
Yeah.
My father served in the military, 3 tours in Vietnam,
Hoorah. Thank you.
in Force Recon. You know what his disability is? 10%. Yet he's had both his knees blown out, he's deaf in both ears, and he can't see in one eye.
Only
Yeah.
10%.
My goodness.
We need to stand by our veterans.
What
We need to
about-
stand by our people. Yes,
What
ma'am.
about all the NFL players and NBL players or whatever? All these people getting all these big old buco bucks, they don't put their lives on the line for anything.
That's right. So why not, if they're not gonna do it, let's tax them to the max.
Yeah. Tax.
That, you tax them to the max, you welfare reform, you're gonna see our deficit go down. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Ron, we appreciate
Thank you.
it.